小沢じゃん。何してんの？奇遇。
So we are finally back with Jujutsu Kaisen after a long month of breaks and recap episodes. I'm not gonna lie, the wait was definitely killing me, as I'm sure it did with you guys too. But during this time frame, we did get the trailer for the Shibuya Arc, which was definitely hype. So I feel like everyone's on the same page with the JJK anticipation. And if you're excited for the start of the Shibuya Arc and return to JJK, be sure to smash that like button and comment I'm ready, so I know who's locked in for the next 18 episodes of craziness we are going to experience. But getting right into things, after the conclusion of the Hidden Inventory Arc, also known as the Gojo's Past Arc, which was definitely eventful, we return to the present, witnessing Yuji, Nobara and Megumi splitting up after a day out together, which is a brand new extended scene we didn't actually get in the manga, and Yuji really goes in depth about this movie he wants to check out, which Nobara definitely doesn't care about. We then have the continuation of the cliffhanger from season 1, where both of the first grade sorcerers Todo and Meimei are nominating Yuji, Maki, Panda, Megumi and Nobara for first grade. So this is just the ending to that scene, and of course brother Todo is going to hype up Yuji. You know, just typical W man's activity. But he did end up getting beaten by Meimei in ping pong. The energy of this episode is very lighthearted and wholesome, given the events that are about to take place in Shibuya. And even if you don't know what's going to happen, watching the trailer is enough to know that things are about to take a drastic turn. And I think it's also important to point out that this isn't a filler episode at all. The tone and storyline was purposely put in this direction for the narrative. Following Todo's loss against Meimei, we see Nobara coming into contact with this random girl named Yuko Ozawa, who claims she was a former classmate of Yuji, which Nobara initially finds hard to believe due to the physical transformation she underwent in 6 months. And I can't lie, Nobara quoting her Kuroko Sato from Yu Hakusho had me laughing. She's spitting facts though. And I don't know who needs to hear this out there, but if she can do it, you can do it too. Even myself, I need to get up more from constantly making these videos and hit the gym. I'm losing my edge for real. But we learned that Yuko had those type of feelings for Yuji, and since she was moving to Tokyo, she managed to ask for a picture, but she couldn't complete the whole mission and get his number. An incomplete mission. I'm pretty sure all of us know how that feels. And this would have been back when they were in Sendai, since that's Yuji's hometown, which is quite a distance away from Tokyo, depending on the method of transport. However, since she's changed so much, and I guess you could say objectively she's more attractive from a societal standpoint, she's ready to try again. And Nobara is playing the wing woman of death. Not only does she deny any feelings for Yuji, she calls Megumi to help out, and you know Megumi is one of the most uninterested, stick to himself individuals in the show, especially when it will come to a situation like this, but even he's saying, so it's like that for this situation. Seeing him so locked in for this was kinda crazy. He was a bit of an L-mans for leaking info on the Jennifer Lawrence posters, but you know, we can let it slide. However, moving forward, Nobara calls Yuji to the dining spot, and I don't know, bro just casually teleports over. But Yuji exceeds the expectations of everyone present, with him recognizing Yuko, who was obviously changed to the point nobody should know it was the same person, which was definitely a 10 out of 10 performance. And we see a small flashback to Yuji and Yuko's time in junior high, and man, Yuji's just a really good guy, what else can I say for real? But overall, this whole scene was extended amazingly. It was really cinematic, and the character acting, the extra dialogue and perspectives we saw have fleshed out much more than in the manga. But honestly, it was nice seeing our main trio in a more positive environment, just enjoying being teenagers. Well, now that we've got all the wholesome content for the episode out of the way, let's get on to the more serious topics for this episode. Someone's been snitching in Jujutsu High, and our trio alongside Utahime are on their way to find out who it is and teach them a little lesson. Now, the whole basis of there being a mole in Jujutsu High stems from the incident that happened at the Goodwill event. Someone had to have been feeding the cursed spirits information to pull off something like this, especially with the special grade death paintings being stolen as well. Naturally, within the story, they aren't aware of the current existence of Geto, but they deduced that there's multiple moles, so including Geto, one has to be from Jujutsu High, and the mole is none other than Mechamaru. With his puppet manipulation tied in with his heavenly restriction, it'd be easy for him to relay information without getting caught. Furthermore, his absence during the sweep by Utahime and co. just further confirmed his betrayal. So as we enter the ending portion of the episode, we see him face to face with Geto and Mahito, who made a binding vow with him for his services in exchange for Mahito fixing his body with idol transfiguration. Given the situation, Geto further stresses the implications of breaking a binding vow made with others, causing Mahito to reluctantly heal Mechamaru as the two begin to fight. And Mahito just breaks through all of Mechamaru's puppets with ease, so Mechamaru has to bring out the big guns. I'm talking the Dino Megazord of puppets, the ultimate Mechamaru. But even then, Mechamaru knows going up against Mahito and potentially Geto is a death wish. Like, he doesn't even hold back, he straight up says my victory depends on Satoru Gojo. I need to get in contact with Gojo so he can rescue me, and so I can tell them about the plans that Geto and Mahito have for Shibuya. And I'm not gonna lie, it kinda reminds me why Gege hates Gojo so much, because he's literally Mr. Fix It. Like, if Gojo's there, it's game over, like there's no point. But the fact there's a curtain laid out by Geto blocking communication and Mahito right in front of him, Mechamaru is gonna have to pull out all the stops for this one, as he unleashes his Ultra Cannon and the episode ends. So this was a really dope episode. It was a very strong comeback for this series after its break. And I forgot to mention earlier, we did get a new opening and ending for the Shibuya arc, which I thought was amazing. But let me know what you guys think about them down below. And I'm not gonna lie, call me scum, but I probably would have done the same thing as Mechamaru too. Actually, maybe 20% of me would have wanted to. Mechamaru at least made a vow so none of his friends could get hurt. So at least we know his heart is somewhat in the right place. But flashback real quick, if you remember the details they gave of this man's heavenly restriction in season 1, if I was him, I would have ended it all. I would have had personal beef with the Jujutsu gods, because how can I be born without a right arm, legs that don't work, no feeling in my lower body, and sensitive skin to the point I can't withstand sunlight, and my body's in constant pain where it feels like I'm being stabbed by needles 24/7, in exchange for boundless cursed energy that goes a massive distance. That ain't it for me, buddy. That trade-off is not worth it at all. Literally look at this man's living conditions. I'd be pissed off too if I lost the heavenly restriction lottery. You're telling me I'm subject to a lifestyle like this, and then you have people like Toji who may not have any cursed energy, but are superhuman to this degree? So I definitely understand a bit why Mechamaru made this decision, and the fight between him and Mahito will really start to kick off next week, which we can definitely look forward to. But I appreciate you guys watching the video, especially if you made it this far. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more JJK content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.